Shay family, this is Amon Rose, always trying to bring you guys the truth. Man, let's dive right into this one. This might be a little long. So this one. I don't know which title to give it. Why I bang on Christianity? Religion is bullshit. Um, there's so much information out there. I don't know why we still follow Christianity and the Bible. I don't know why. I'm so confused about it that it's mind boggling because there is so much information out there. So um, let's let's go, man. So basically, this rabbit hole video is why are people still Christians? Why I bang on Christianity? Just trying to expose you to the truth um, and what the Bible is. You know, I know a lot of people still have reserves about this Bible, and I love having cool, calm conversations with people. You know, I don't mind having a cool conversation with someone about the Bible. You know, that's the only way I'll talk to you. Now, if you claim you want to debate or you claim you want to see me in a debate, set it up. My topic is my topic is always going to be using the Bible only. Jesus and God of the Bible is Satan and Lucifer, the devil and Lucifer. Um, you can go back through my videos and whatever. And my challenge uh, always be my information came from the Bible, and if you can prove that it didn't come from the Bible, I'll pay your organization. You know, I did up it. I think it was 1,500. I'll pay your organization or your church. I'll donate 1,500 to your church or charitable organization. So let's get right into it, man. So, like I said, let's start from the beginning. The Bible is so copied. It is so copied that it is not hard to find the original stories and find out where they copied it from. Uh, you can talk about uh, Greek mythology, right? Greek mythology has been around for a long time. Zeus, you know, I've done this one a couple of times. I've talked about this a couple of times. You guys, most people think Zeus is God, you know, but um, it's actually the character Jesus. It's actually Odin would be God. Zeus would be Jesus. Now, even though Odin and Zeus are brothers, they meshed everything into one. There's a lot of meshing, okay? There's a lot of combining stuff, so don't even worry about that. But if you guys got to remember um, that there was no J's back in the day. So when you start breaking down names and you get into um, the way they used to pronounce things and you get into language and linguistics and stuff like that, it was Jesus. Jesus' name actually means Jesus in what? Spanish. Spanish, right? It actually means Jesus. It actually means hey, hi, Zeus. So there is plenty of clever cover ups in the Bible. And like I told people, I tell people this all the time. Yeah, you don't have to try to figure out what they were talking about, in the simple text. But if you want to go into the coded version, you want to talk about the codes in the Bible, even those are cleverly hidden throughout the Bible. Jesus is basically Zeus. Hey, Zeus. Odin is the forefather, the all father. Odin is a representation of God. So you guys can actually see where they stole these stories from. You guys can actually follow where they stole these stories from. And it is what it is, family. And Hades is the devil, but once again, they're all brothers. They just refined the story and rebranded the story and gave you a new book, uh, and with more stories stolen. Okay, that one should be easy for you. So today's video, with this rabbit hole video, I want you guys to hear what I'm saying, challenge what I'm saying, and go research the shit out of it. Go look it up. Go dig. Try to find a lie. That's the challenge in here. Try to find a lie. Go look it up because it's so easy. It's once you read it and you compare it. If you know the Bible, most of you guys don't know the Bible. Most of you guys don't know the Bible, and I've told you guys my story. I dove into the Bible for 2 or 3 years, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And then once I started studying other people's culture, because I read the Bible cover to cover and didn't understand it like 3 times. So I had to start picking out sections and study stories. And Moses was one of the stories that I actually studied. Now, once I got out the Bible and started, studying our Kemetic fathers, I don't want to start with Moses right now. I want to go to Mary and Jesus. So Jesus and God have multiple characters intertwined into their story. So Mary and Jesus. Mary is stolen from Kemetic studies, Kemetic science, or Kemetic history, or our Black African history. Um, she is a Set, and um, Jesus is Haru. Okay, that is the African deity that we look at, the one with the falcon head, that he is actually copied. His Now, their lives are in the Bible. Haru's life is Jesus's life. Even though he was 5,000 years before this man. So once again, all they did was stole this character, his name, his powers. Now his story comes from Egypt. His story comes from a Kemetic deity. Okay. Now, Edwin, that ain't true. That ain't the right thing to say. Yeah, 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 yeah. The Black Madonna and Child. That is Haru and his mother. That is Mary and Jesus. They changed it. They changed it. You look at them evil ass Catholic people, they praise the Black Madonna and Child. Who is the Black Madonna and Child? And okay, if the Black Madonna and Child, who the fuck is Jesus? If you have a Black Madonna and Child, which represents Jesus and his mother, who the fuck is this Jesus, this white Jesus you guys are, or I ain't never getting rid of Jesus. I never denounce Jesus. Fuck Jesus. Who is he? Who is this? Who is this made up fake ass character? Who is it? It can't be the original one because before you got before you get this one, you got these people praising a Black Madonna and Child. And don't get caught up in the names. If you guys ain't studying name play, like I've told you guys, if you guys ain't studying name play and linguistics and understanding how these people change the names, they don't want to just sit here and say we're worshiping Haru. Who is that? Oh man, that's Black Madonna and Child. That's who we get down with. Well, who? You got to keep asking questions. Well, who the fuck they supposed to be representing? You could easily find it. And if you study the Orthodox Church findings and studies, they tell you that his story was easily converted to Jesus' story. Haru's story was easily converted. Easily. And I've played that video thousands of times up here for you guys. All the information we got, and we still worshiping Jesus and Christianity. We still looking at this Bible as the truth. It's full of lies. It's full of lies. Come on, family. Once again, take this information, run with it. Say Edwin said it. say Edwin did this, Edwin hurt my feelings, Edwin is talking about, Edwin said fuck Jesus and God or the Bible. Oh my goodness. Oh, they are made up characters. They stole all this information from other cultures, put these stories together, and gave you little characters. The pharaohs, they took the stories of the pharaohs and gave you different people throughout the Bible. I'll say there's only a few people that I can't find that has a direct tie to a different character in the Bible. Like Paul. Paul is Paul. I don't know who Paul. Paul is just a made up character to be Paul. I don't know who Paul is. I don't know who Paul represents. I've never done the research for it. Right. Titus. Titus is Flavian Titus. You know, he's a real dude. He's a real character. He tried to write himself into the Bible as the second coming of Jesus. If you read the book of Titus, you will see that. If you read the Flavian documentation that I'll always put up here, that Flavian Titus video goes back and shows you how they took the conquest of this man, Flavian Titus, and made it the story and the traveling of Jesus. When Jesus was traveling, it's the same. It's the same path of when he conquered those same places in Africa. So all they did was take this Flavian Titus and Jesus and mingle their stories together. Like I said, Jesus and God got so many different people stories that they copied. So his path, his war path, is the exact same path that Jesus took. They wrote this man into the Bible. They wrote his history into the Bible. They have deemed his father, Flavian Titus, they have deemed his father a god. That's why, and that's another reason. If y'all read the documentation, man, it clearly tells you his plan. His plan was to be worshipped like Jesus, as Jesus. They deemed his father a god, so he's like, hey, man, I'm a son of a god. Come on, family. The shit is easy to find. Like I said, with all this information we have, with all this access to all of this shit, all y'all want to do is be entertained. All y'all want to do is get on here and laugh and giggle and talk about people and watch people fight and do stupid shit. I don't understand that when you can take 30 minutes, pick one area, one little topic, one little person, and pick and take 30 minutes and find out so much bullshit. You can ask questions. You can continuously ask the computer questions. If you don't know, you can put in questions. Who was Moses copied from? Thut Moses? God damn, all they did was take off the thut part and called this man Moses and took his story and gave it to the biblical Moses. What? I ain't gonna show y'all. My intentions was not to show y'all. Oh shit. Not to show y'all these things, right? I didn't want to go in here and, show all this little stuff that I've done. Because I want you guys, this one, I want you guys to do it. But, like I've, said, I don't mind. I don't have a problem. His name was Thutmose the First. This is who they copied Moses from. Like I said, you can do the research. Now, you gotta realize, right? You have to realize one key thing. They are the powers that be claim that they have this thing against woke people, right? So they are finding this information and destroying it. Like I can go back and now you guys know I've done certain videos. I'll say, man, I was looking for XYZ video and it's gone. Okay. So a lot of this information you're really gonna have to dig. If you take that 30 minutes, go back 30 more minutes the next day, a week later. Don't open your mouth until you've done all the research you can do. Like I told you guys, don't stop until you hit that brick wall. I'm talking about that brick wall. Like there's no more information past this. I can't get past this point. I then found out that Jesus leads me all the way to Odin and Zeus in them. And now I found out now, I can also tell you that Odin and Zeus are copies of the Kemetic gods, of the Egyptian gods. So now I can go further. See, I just don't stop at Odin and Zeus. I don't just stop at he was black. I don't just stop at he was the black Madonna and child. I keep going. So if I get to Odin and Zeus, I get to the Greek gods. I know that the Greek gods are copies of the African gods. So now, even the Greek gods aren't the original gods. You guys are copied from our Kemetic entities. What the fuck? So everything that you're talking about right now is wrong and fake. So you just took copies and copies and copies, but now I'm curious. I want to know who my people are. I want to know why was our people copied from these people, and why would they want to even worship our gods, but they changed their names and their faces? But that was just me. That's just me. I'm curious like that. So another pharaoh in the Bible. I mean, well, another pharaoh that they stole and put in the Bible. This is who y'all call King Solomon in the Bible. Pharaoh Samun. I've done these videos for y'all before. So I was interested. I was curious of like, who else did they copy? Go do your research. It doesn't take long to find the shit. It doesn't take long to find it. His name was Pharaoh, Siamun, Simun. And they said Solomon. Ain't that some bullshit? Ain't that some bullshit? But once again, this is getting to the beginning of the story. This is getting to the original people. Like I said, if you guys gonna do some research, don't just, I hate when people do get a little research right and they say, oh man, Jesus was a black man. They said Jesus was a black man. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, sometimes it takes you out the Bible. Sometimes it exposes itself on its own, and it's easy to do. But you got with King Solomon, you can get to African entities, even with King David. They talk about this man, and his name Pharaoh Sinus. I don't know if I'm saying this right. So the characters in the Bible are stolen from our Kemetic people. So how does it? So I'll give you enough information to go research, right? You guys can be researching forever. But let me ask you something. How does the Bible still hold water on your research and you see that it is fake? 100% fraudulent. You've taken other people's stories and created other and new names and made it yours. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. With all the information you got out there, and you still want to call yourself a Christian, I don't get it. It's too much information, family. It's too much. It ain't a little bit. It's too much. I've shown you books that they've taken out the Bible that connects Jesus to being Lucifer. Hell, I've used the Bible itself and showed you guys Jesus is Lucifer. He is the fallen one. He is the one was exiled from the heavens. That bullshit story. But family, this is what I'm saying. How do we continuously, with all this technology we have, how do we continuously keep falling for these religions? And that's just not Christianity. It's all the religions. Like I said, Research the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church used to be a satanic church. It's still a satanic church. How many times did these preachers gotta say Lucifer is God? How many times did that chant that they chanting? And what is it? What's the language? I think their language that when they talking is Portuguese or some shit like that. That chant that they're Latin. That chant that they're chanting says Jesus is Lucifer. Jesus is Lucifer. No, sorry. That Lucifer is their God. These people are worshiping Satan, family. How many priests y'all know? I mean, how many times y'all gotta see that? And here's the thing that gets me right. The Bible gives the Bible. The Bible actually tells on itself. Y'all want to talk about snitching and shit like that? The Bible actually snitches on itself. The Bible actually tells you not to follow people, not to follow frauds, not to follow these people. It clearly warns you, don't do it, and you still do it. Anybody standing in a synagogue is a church that want to be seen by men. That's on this right here. Want to be seen by motherfuckers. Don't follow them. So all them mega churches, all them people that are on TV, that's on the internet, that got their own podcast and all that other shit. They want to be seen. They want to be seen. That goes against your Bible instruction about who to follow. So anyway, hey man, like I said, I just want to get you guys to start thinking about what you're getting involved in and what you're doing, because the shit is asinine. If once you start studying, I promise you, you will definitely see the bullshit. Now, what to study, what to start getting into. Hey man, get into our culture. Get into our culture, and I'm talking about before slavery. I'm talking about uh, before all the invasions in Africa. I'm talking about studying our civilizations. That's another reason I tell you guys, man, study the food, follow the food, follow the food, family. I'm talking about the authentic, the so-called authentic food of certain people's culture. You'll look at that shit and be like, man, that look like my grandmother's stew. Because all these people, all these different cultures had the same great grandmother. They all look like us. They just used different spices in that area, smothered chicken and jerk chicken and stewed chicken. Look at this is what frustrates me, family. It is so easy to find. You just gotta know what you're looking for. You just have to you just have to talk to a person like myself, and I'll tell you. Y'all think we the only motherfuckers that like chicken, right? Y'all think that niggas, that black folks is the only motherfuckers that love chicken. Everybody love chicken. I don't give a fuck who it is. So look at the different types of chicken dishes and just compare them to each other. You'll be like, and you have to say, somebody somebody taught you the same somebody taught your great grandmother the same thing. But once again, once they got to that location, they didn't have chili peppers or potatoes. They had pineapples. They didn't have chili peppers or potatoes. They had yams. They didn't have the certain things that grew in that area. They had to use what they used. So look at the curries. Just look at the chicken dishes. Look at the staple. Look at the oldest staple chicken dishes, and I guarantee you, you will see a similarity. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Look at the bread. Look at the authentic flat breads. Then do what I just told you to do with the Bible. You do your research. You keep going. You keep pinging, but you got to get further and further and further to the origins. And when you find out that flatbread came from Africa, and you be like, well, wait a minute, everybody use flatbread. How the hell these Asians? How the hell these Asians using flatbread? How the hell these Mexicans using flatbread? They say they're not kin to us. How these people using this and they don't have no African in their culture? Oh, they do. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody great grandmama was black, huh? was African, huh? Oh, so now y'all lying about who you are. So you're exposed to lie once you find the truth. You'll see. But once again, that's we were on the religion thing, but I just want to give y'all that little tidbit. All right. So I'm gonna shut it down. You guys, like I said, I'm giving you this information to act to just like, dude, how can you still be in this religion bullshit? How can you think that there is anything relevant to this bullshit? And if you do think it's relevant, you need to study the origins. You need to get back into Ma'at. You need to get back into studying your Kemetic culture, your Acobinian culture, your African culture. You know, I don't like using the word Africa, but since you guys know what the fuck Africa is, your culture from Timeri, right here. This is Timeri. You need to study Timeri. They're leaking information all the time. You need to study Timeri. Find out we're sitting on African land right now. It was part of Africa. It was part of um, Alkublenin, Timeri, right here. I've given you guys thousands of gems. The biggest gems being the Grand Canyon. And once again, if that's over 15,000 years old, somebody lying about the age of our culture anyway. Our culture is hundreds of thousands of years old, not tens of thousands of years old. It ain't 4 or 5 thousand years old. The 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 pharaohs and the masks and the souvenirs that they found in Africa, that found in America, Arizona, and in the Grand Canyon is they give us a little bit of information. They said some of the artifacts over 15,000 years old. So that once again, you got to connect the dots. You got to see the lie. You got to hear some shit and be like, what? Fuck you say? That don't make sense. That ain't what you told me over here. Y'all got to stop forgetting shit. Y'all got to stop forgetting shit. Y'all got to start putting stuff together. This is how you create an educated response to people when they say bullshit to you. Like, no, no, no. This ain't what you said last year. This ain't what this book says. This ain't what that book says. Now you have references. And maybe I'll give y'all references on this one, but I want you to do research, man. I want you to dig deep. But I know this went long, man. Like I said, I apologize for the ones that go long, but I want to give you this information. I can go on. I can talk for 20, 30 minutes about this shit. And I can talk for an hour or two, but I know you like the microwave bullshit. I'm sorry I can't be a microwave motherfucker for you guys. I've done too much research to be microwave, so these rabbit hole videos will be around this length. And once again, I'll apologize for it, but I'm trying to drop gems and leave things for my kids, man. When I'm gone, they can go back and bam, that was pops gave me that information. All right, hey man, I do this because I love y'all. Hotel.